Welcome everyone, my name is Vermillion TheBlood. Hi there Jay, Mustang. We're gonna be total weeaboos and we're gonna talk about our favorite animes because this is Anime Nights! Yeah, but anyway, I'm back. If you're seeing the other episode, yes, I'm wearing the same clothes. These are pre-recorded on the same day, people. Come on. Use your brains. You are smart human beings. You have a consciousness. You have thoughts on what's right or wrong. You probably like the wrong better than the right, but come on. You know. So, choke there. So besides my nappy hair and the dimmest lighting of lighting, because the light bulbs in this room are garbage, I am going to talk about one of my favorite trilogies that just... Actually, that's an insult. One of my favorite franchises that turned into a show that expand on so many playing fields that you can almost put it in the same league when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Beyblade! Oh my god. I just said it. Yes, Beyblade. Beyblade is a very complex show to me. I didn't enjoy too much of the rough art or the first beginning of the first series, but it kept me interested on one thing that all, or at least most boys, yes, boys, I was a boy when I was watching, I was a little kid when I grew up watching this, was mostly the whole Bit Beast idea. The science behind it, yes, the science as the gyro of the whole Beyblade itself, but it was mostly the fiction part, the fantasy, not fiction, well, the fantasy part of it all was the actual Bit Beast. Like, what is a Bit Beast? How did you get one? How are you guys still lucky? As the main character is Tyson, yes, spoiler. And you have Daichi. no, sorry. Scratch that for right now. This is we're first series right now. Kai, yes, Kai, the rebel. Max, the sweet and lovable, but he's down for everybody. His friends. Ray, the peace. I wouldn't. Well, he's not really too peaceful, but he has his ways. He was a part of another team before he joined up with them. And then, actually, it's just them three right now. Oh yeah, well, then you have the side characters, which is Chief, which is Tyson's right hand man, because you know how animes go, where you gotta have your main character, and you gotta have that right hand man. He's gonna help you grow. That's the whole companionship, but. In the first series of the show, with the poor art and the long storyline, yes, very long storyline, as the first series was 51 episodes. My kind of thing, but most people who don't fall in love with that first episode would think it's a drag out, which I don't blame you. If you don't get hooked to an anime on that first 5 minutes of the intro with the opening and everything else, you're probably missing out on something else you could enjoy. I'm sorry, people. People are fickle to the things they want, and not everything I'm gonna like is what you're gonna like. But I do know if you do not fall in love the first episode within that 10 minutes to 5 minute frame, you need to pick up a different show. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just usually how it goes. But anyway, Tyson was a beginner, novice, typical thing. You gotta grow. That's the one thing I loved about Beyblade. The progression. You get to see the growth of each character. As much as you wonder, I wonder how it's gonna go. But they actually did it, which is so surprising. There are the manuscripts. I did not grow up with that actual chance of actually watching it. reading it. I just watched the show, which is usually the best Usually are good moments to get into something to progress you into other things. As I played the video games. Yes, they were video games. I'm sorry. This fanboy over here. This is too much. But anyway, Tyson was a beginner. This was before he got Dragoon, which is his bit beast. And he trained. He trained his hardest, man. He had to do what he had to do. He had to. There was a lot of people that he had to. That's just how it usually goes. That challenge. Those mountains to climb. I'm not gonna give you guys to really adjust. I'm just giving you guys what I kind of find are the key points that got me into it. He got Dragoon, but he doesn't really know what Dragoon is. He knows it's the Bit Beast, just like everybody else. Kai has Drasil. No, Drownzer. Max has Drasil. Ray has Trigger. But they don't know that their Bit Beasts are a little more special than everybody else. And that brings us into V-Force. And oh my god, V-Force body art. The character design, the rough body. You know what I'm saying? It looks beautiful. You don't have any idea, man. I'm sorry. I'm so much excitement. But it was just that beautiful to see the art, the storyline, the music in the battles. Oh my god. And it's just the whole idea of Bit Piece and a rock. Yes. Yep. Yes. Scientist. Cyber Bit Piece. Cyber Dragoon. That Cyber Dragoon, man. I'm telling you. It's just. And also their teams that they broke off into. Because this was getting more into another competition. Because this is what Beyblade is all about. It's the science. I mean, no, it's actually the sport. It's the sport. It's the sport of competition and the battle itself, along with the actual action and everything else that goes along with it. And with the upcoming of Jetix growing up and other places that started showing it, I had to move around a lot. I had to move around on channels to catch my favorite show. As Beyblade G Revolution, the whole came into the mix. Which is like the trilogy of the series of Beyblades. Because like I said, it's a franchise. It branched out so much due to this one show being as good as it was, man. And I just fell in love with it because it was just something I just enjoyed so much as a kid that I just, why not try out the other shows? Because you have Beyblade, Metal Fight, well, yep, Metal Fight Beyblade, which is a series of its own, because it's just like Beyblade on its own, but it's mostly the Metal Beyblades, and I have one. I have, dang, I forgot the name of it, but I'll probably show it. But Beyblade, and then you also have those disgusting spin-offs. Bay Raiders. Bay Wheels. What is that? What the is that? Bay Wheels? Bay Raiders? But I will tell you, my favorite characters will always be Daichi, Strata Dragoon, and then you got Masamune. Striker? Yes! Striker was the name of his blade. But stay tuned for the next series, my friend, as we talk about another anime. The attraction that I was trying to get around in this episode was mostly about how well it expanded, and you got to see the progression of the characters growing, new characters being introduced, and new Beyblades being introduced. Because I have quite a few.